My name is Wes Henson, and I am the interim pastor at the First Baptist Church of Cutler, and this is Coffee with Wes for Wednesday. And I want you to look at my coffee cup, if you would. Just take a moment. It's the New England Patriots logo. That's my team. They are out of contention for this year. They'll all be in Disney World come January and February. So they've got the rest of the first part of the year off. But anyway, that's my team. Drinking my coffee. Always will be my team. I got to tell you, folks, real quickly, then we'll go ahead and get started. But I was a New England Patriots fan way back when they were like they are today. They were nothing. They didn't even have a place to play. We went to games at Harvard Stadium, Boston College, I don't know, some other out-of-the-way places, and finally they got their stadium, and they were still bad, and then all of a sudden they developed this dynasty. But that's all said and gone. But if you can be with them in the good times, you can root them on in the difficult times. Anyway, this is Wednesday, and I want to just remind you, if I may, for just a second, I want to remind you of this week's podcast that summarizes Sunday's Bible study that we're going to have at the First Baptist Church of Cutler. We have Bible study, Sunday school before we have worship. That's at 9:45. So this podcast, if you click on the link that's in the show notes or in the description, will take you right there and give you that summary. So when you come to Bible study, when you come to Sunday school, you'll be ready to go. You'll have it. There's some handouts there. There's some other resources. And, man, you just go to town on it. Anyway, it's available. Take a look at it. See it. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's get started with our devotion. And we're going to be looking today in Psalm 16. Psalm 16. And in Psalm 16, David writes this. He says, "In your presence is abundant joy." And so David wrote these words about God's abundant joy because God had been with David through all of his life, through the ups, the successes, all the good things in life. And the Lord had been with David during the downs of his life, the challenges, the failures, the difficulties, the losses, all of that. And his joy overflowed as our joy should overflow when we think of the goodness of God. God is with us through every single aspect of our life. And this overflowing joy goes much deeper, much deeper. It is more solid, if you will. I don't know if that's a good term to use, but it's more solid than anything that this world has to offer. And there are a lot of things in this world that give us joy. Man, there are a lot of things in this world that make us joyful. I look at my children, my grandchildren. I look at where I am in life, and it all brings joy. But the joy of God's presence is much deeper than any of that. It's far more wonderful than any emotion that we might have. And this joy bubbles up from our spirit. It bubbles up from inside of us, and it fills us up. But hold on. Then it flows into our lives, and it touches everyone with whom we come in contact with. So, you see these people, and I thinking of an individual right now. They're just gruff, and they growl, and they always are looking down, and they always have a frown on their face, and nothing brings a smile. There's no joy. There can be no joy in their life if it's not coming out in their expressions. Now, that doesn't mean you have to walk around with a smile on your face all the time, but at least your countenance should speak of joy, The people that you come in contact with, that joy of the Lord should flow out of you. And only God can give us this kind of joy. And it's a joy that strengthens us to stay on top of all the situations and the circumstances of our life, the ups and the downs. In the midst of it all, we have the joy of the Lord within us because Jesus, the Holy Spirit, God himself, is within us. So today's verse is Psalm 16, verse 11, written by David. And David says this. He says, listen, He says, you will show me the way of life, granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever. The joy that we have from the Lord does not come from the world, doesn't come from the world. It's a gift from God, and the world can't take it away. Before I go, this song just popped into my mind. I don't know the words to it, but it's something like, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. And that's true. If you have the joy of the Lord in your life, in your heart, within you, then it's going to affect everything that you do. And no matter what happens in this life, it's not going to take that joy away, because the presence of God remains within you. And that is reason enough to be joyful. Hey, it's Wednesday. Hope you all have a great day. Get out there, get going. We get today done, and we're just sliding into the weekend. All right, folks. See you again next time. Bye for now.